The secrets to succeed on a coding interview. Most candidates come in with the intention to show everything they know, but that actually works against them. Time is very precious on a half an hour screening, and you should not waste any moment of it. You have this one chance to get through to the next round. These tips will help you do exactly that. Pick a programming language you use on a daily basis. This may seem obvious, but I've seen more than I should have that candidates pick a language that they think the company wants to see. Interviewers look for routine and familiarity with the language, which you will lack in a language you're not using regularly. You need a bit of help to stay relaxed, and your favorite language may just be that extra boost you need. Start simple and quick. Candidates often try to go for a sophisticated solution at first, which is a mistake. A. That's not what the interviewer is looking for. B. Struggling for a long time with a fancy solution will stress you out and give the interviewer the wrong impression. They want to see that you can produce a working version that does cover the most basic requirements. Then they will amend or extend those requirements to make the exercise more challenging, and that's when the real interview starts. That's where you can shine. For example, let's take this is palindrome question, which is the very typical question on coding screening, and interviewers love this because of its simplicity. You can produce a working version just by writing a single line, and that's more than enough to being able to assess your fluency in the language you chose. And then the interview can begin. So what you would write in this case is just something very simple, like that's all it takes. One single line and it works. Obviously, this doesn't cover a lot of things like validation, more complex examples like that, was it a car or a cat I saw, but that's not the goal. The goal is to get to a solution as fast as possible. Emphasis on logic, not the cosmetics. When building those more complex solutions, don't stress the syntax to a certain degree, obviously. Don't bother with type hinting unless you do that naturally, and remember that it's not expected of you to know all the built-in libraries. What is out of scope for the task, you can say I have a function that will do that, and I will use it here. A great example is in Python, the oswalk method. If your task is to do something with all the files recursively in a folder, it's enough if you know that there is an oswalk method, but how you use the parameters or the output format is not relevant. Don't worry about it. Make them logic flawless. When in doubt, ask questions. Another common mistake that people think is that you cannot ask questions on an interview. There are actually higher level interview types which have the primary goal of saying what questions the candidate asks if put in an uncertain situation. Clarifying requirements, being able to ask for help are all great skills which companies appreciate. Failing in silence is the worst thing you can do. Last but not least, practice. This is something which is very often neglected, is practicing. Interviewing is a skill like any other. If you don't practice, it's gonna fade away. Don't shy away to test yourself occasionally. If you want custom tips or practice on a mock interview tailored to your own needs, follow the link in the description or get in touch with me. I'm providing interview preparation for candidates to make sure you can show the best version of yourself. Thank you. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps me producing similar content in the future. If you want to see videos about specific topics, please leave them in the comments below.